wheel saw the wheel. This is the wheel he said he saw. These are unidentified flying objects that people say they are seeing now. Are they proof that we are being visited by civilizations from other stars? Or just what are they? The United States Air Force began an investigation of this high strangeness in a search for the truth. What you are about to see is part of that 20-year search.
We should have turned left at Bellefontaine.
Now you tell me. Now look, we'll follow this road to La Reine and then double back to Chateau Bel Air. We should only lose about a half an hour.
But that is a half an hour we will lose forever.
So I'll be brief. There's a small village in France, about 100 miles southwest of Paris. It's called Brébeuf. Now, there have been several incidents of unusual UFO sightings there in the past few weeks. Last night, a woman reported that her husband had been abducted by a flying saucer. We want you to investigate.
Why would you want us to become involved, sir? The French have excellent investigators.
There's a full report here. Eyes only. Have you ever heard of Carlton Tanner?
I believe so. Presidential envoy.
Right. The missing man is Carlton Tanner's son. Major, your orders have come from the highest levels of authority. All I'm at liberty to tell you is that for the past 6 months, Carlton Tanner has been involved in delicate negotiations, vital to the security of this country and Western Europe. Publicity of any kind could jeopardize that mission. Now, we've been in touch with the French government. They've agreed to cooperate. You're both to work out of uniform and to keep a low profile. There's a midnight flight to Paris. Now, if you'll hurry, you'll have time to digest that report and catch the flight. Listen, you'll need this. Non-military passports.
Who's our contact?
You'll be met at Orly Airport by the air attaché, Colonel Ed Keller.
Yes, sir.
Now, you men, do the best you can. Find Tanner's son or find out what this UFO abduction business is all about. Again, there's one item we cannot afford.
Yes, sir. What's that?
To pick up a newspaper and see it in the headlines.
Mr. Gatlin?
Right.
Sergeant Fitz.
How are you?
Colonel Ed Keller. Air Attaché, American Embassy. Good flight?
Yes, sir. First trip for me, sir.
Too bad it's going to be a working vacation, Sergeant. Well, gentlemen, we've all been briefed on the ground rules, so let's keep it simple. If you need anything, call that number. Expect you'll all be leaving for Brébeuf as soon as possible. Good. It's a good idea to rent a car and drive down. It'd be the most expedient.
Yes, sir. That's what we planned.
Good. I've already notified the Inspector Marchand at the local police down there, and he's waiting for you.
Thank you.
Good. Oh, one more thing. We're in France, not the U.S. And here, the gendarmes are in charge, and they're good, and they are tough. So the key word is to work close with them.
That's what we had in mind.
Good. Stay out of the papers.
Puis-je vous aider, monsieur?
Oui, merci. Nous voulons louer une voiture.
I didn't know you spoke French.
Just a little something I picked up, sir.
Quelle marque de voiture désirez-vous, monsieur? Nous avons des Fiat, des Peugeot, des Citroën, conduites intérieures, des coupés. Et voulez-vous payer par jour ou par semaine? Par semaine, bien sûr, on vous fera un prix beaucoup plus intéressant.
I'm better with slow French. S'il vous plaît, parlez plus lentement, madame.
Yes, sir. How's this? What kind of a car would you like?
Well, that's very good, ma'am. Like you say, most people speak English over here these days.
Monsieur Gatlin?
I'm Jake Gatlin. This is Harry Fitz. Sir?
Monsieur Fitz? Well, gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you to France and to our little village.
We're very glad to be here, sir.
My government has explained to me your mission. I can assure you that my department will do everything it can to be of assistance.
That's very kind of you, sir. We would like to speak to Mrs. John Tanner as soon as possible.
Certainly. Oh, well, je vais à l'auberge.
Oui, Inspector.
Merci.
You must be very tired after your trip. Maybe first you would like to rest, eh?
Oh, no, sir. First, we'd like to talk to Mrs. John Tanner. Then we'd like to examine the area of the UFO sighting.
UFO? Ah, oui, I understand. La voilà. That is Mrs. Tanner over there. Suivez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Madame Tanner.
Inspecteur, avez-vous des nouvelles?
Non, madame. Mais voici deux Américains que je voudrais vous présenter. Ils vont essayer de trouver votre mari. Mrs. John Tanner, may I present Monsieur Gatlin et Monsieur Fitz.
Please sit down.
Merci.
You're going to find my husband.
We're going to try, Mrs. Tanner.
I would like to believe you. But until they release him, there is nothing anyone can do.
Miss Tanner, when was the last time you saw your husband?
I don't know who they are. Beings from another world, space people. They took him. And we have no other way of getting him back.
Please, Mrs. Tanner, please. These men are here to help you. They will help us find your husband. You must have faith.
I'm sorry.
Mrs. Tanner, can you tell us exactly what happened that night?
All right. You see, John and I were on our way to the town of Châteaudun. We were married there at a little church, l'église Saint-François, just outside of town. We wanted to spend our first anniversary at the same inn where we spent our wedding night. We had just stopped by the side of the road to check our map when suddenly everything grew bright, like it was daylight. Aidez-moi, je vous en prie.
Attendez un instant.
Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Je ne sais pas, je vais voir. Attendez-moi ici.
Viens avec toi.
Bon, allons-y.
Dépêchez-vous. Him? What would they want with him?
Mrs. Tanner, did you actually see your husband board that machine?
No. No, I ran while he was walking toward it. But he did. I know he did. He was moving right toward it.
We understand, ma'am. We'll try and find out what happened.
Do you think this is, how do you say it, a fake, a fraud? Is that what you believe?
No, Mrs. Tanner, that's not what we believe. But it is possible that there's another explanation.
I understand. I'm sorry. It's just that I feel so helpless, so alone. I have no one else to turn to.
Have you talked to your father-in-law about this?
Mr. Tanner's not the kind of man you turn to for comfort, especially me.
Are you going to stay here in town for a while?
I have nowhere else to go.
Inspector, we'd like to see the sighting where it took place.
Of course, we can go in my machine. Excusez-moi, madame, j'entrerai en contact avec vous plus tard.
Monsieur Gatlin, what do you really believe happened to my husband?
We don't know.
What do you make of it? 4 of them. Looks like tank treads. I'll get a weight reading and take some soil samples.
See that road sign over there?
Yes, sir, I did.
May I ask you what you're doing, monsieur?
Checking for magnetic variations.
Inspecteur, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait avec sa boussole, l'Américain? Il a l'air étonné. Ils ont trouvé quelque chose?
On ne sait pas, mais c'est bizarre. Évidemment, l'enseigne tordue signale la présence d'une force.
Anything?
Je n'en sais rien.
Quel genre?
20-degree deviation at this signpost. Let's make sure we get a complete geological survey of this area.
Que moi, je suis incapable de préciser ce qui s'est passé.
What do you make of these tracks?
Possibly a military machine. A tank, maybe. They sometimes travel through here on their way to maneuvers. But then again, no. They are much too large.
And notice there are 4 of them. And they don't connect. They're not continuous the way a tank would lay them down.
Quite right, monsieur. Quite right. It must have been something other than a military machine.
Unless there's some new piece of hardware the French Army has we don't know about.
It's possible. I will inquire.
Got your camera?
Yes, sir.
Let's take some pictures. Give me your tape. When you finish, we'll measure them.
Oh, please. Allow me. I will assist you. Eh?
All right, sir. Come on. Thank you.
Thank you. Excusez-moi.
20 feet 8 inches.
What do you think, monsieur? Would it have been something from outer space? I mean, these tracks are quite possibly physical evidence, are they not?
Maybe. Depends on what made them.
Inspecteur, ces messieurs attendent pour vous voir.
Inspecteur Marchand? Oui. Je suis le commandant Paul Gérard. Je vous présente le capitaine Philippe Dubois du service de renseignement.
Comment allez-vous, monsieur le commissaire?
Monsieur Gatlin, monsieur Fitz, le commandant Gérard, et le capitaine...
Dubois.
Dubois, French intelligence.
We have been ordered by our government to cooperate with you in this investigation.
I'm sure we can use all the help we can get.
To be frank with you, monsieur, I do not understand the necessity of your being here because my department is perfectly capable of handling the situation, you know?
Yes, sir, I'm sure it is. But like you, we've been ordered here by our government. And we need your help, and we'd like to work with you.
Qu'est-ce qu'il raconte, mon commandant?
Ils veulent travailler avec nous.
Ah oui?
On n'a pas le choix.
Ils ont l'air assez compétents.
Ce sont des militaires américains. D'accord. We will cooperate with you. And we exchange all information, huh?
Absolutely.
Bon. Then we will begin by advising you of the tread markings at the so-called landing site. They are not French military. Early this morning, before you arrived, we took the measurements. And we even have photographs, huh?
Courier does his job. Those samples will be in the lab at Wright Pat by morning. What about the geological survey report?
Gerard and Dubois are getting it for us. They know what they're doing, no doubt about that.
I think they're a little uptight about our being here. But if the situation were reversed, I'm sure we'd feel the same way.
Well, how's it going, gentlemen?
Fine. Fine. Would you care to join us?
Well, thanks. Some other time. My car's outside. I'll explain it to you on the way. We don't have much time.
Gentlemen, I'm Carlton Tyler. Would either of you care for a cigar?
No, thank you, sir.
No, sir.
Any progress?
We've talked to your daughter-in-law, and we've examined the area of the supposed sighting. We've sent our samples back to Wright-Patterson for analysis, but we don't expect to hear of any results for a couple of days.
And nothing on my son?
No, Mr. Tanner, not yet.
When my son disappeared, the first thing I thought about was political kidnapping. But if that was the case, we would have heard something by now. And just for the record, I don't believe in flying saucers. So much for my daughter-in-law's wild imaginings. She's young and impressionable.
Sir, what do you think happened to your son?
As a father, that's a difficult question to answer. You see, my son and I never really got along. I didn't want him to marry Michelle. John has always championed the existence of UFOs and intelligent life on other planets, while I, on the other hand, have been harshly critical of that belief.
Are you saying your son and his wife created all this just to hurt you?
Yes, I'm afraid I am saying that.
Yes? I'll get it, Mage.
Je m'excuse, mais l'inspecteur Marchand vient de téléphoner. Vous devez voir tout de suite tous les deux au poste de police.
What's he saying? I don't know. Something about the inspector. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. Répétez, s'il vous plaît, ce que vous avez dit plus lentement.
Ah. L'inspecteur Marchand veut vous voir au poste de police immédiatement. Et ça presse, hein?
Right. Merci. John wants to see us right away, fast.
I'm sorry to have to disturb you at this time of night, but I was sure you would want to be called.
Monsieur?
Hello. What's the matter?
His brother Henri, he has disappeared. They say that he too was kidnapped by a flying saucer.
When did this happen?
Less than an hour ago.
Would you ask them to tell us exactly what happened?
Bon. S'il vous plaît, répétez pour ces messieurs exactement ce qui est arrivé ce soir.
D'accord, ma femme et moi on dormait.
He and his wife were asleep. Shouting, help me, don't let them take me. Nothing, but Henri was gone.
On sait qu'il a été amené comme l'autre type.
They know that he was taken away just like that other man. He refers, of course, to Monsieur John Tanner.
Would you ask them if they saw a space machine?
Est-ce que vous avez vu un astronef?
On a vu des lumières. On a entendu le bruit des machines.
They only saw the lights and heard the noise from the engines.
What do you make of it?
This time, we will start all even.
Regardez là, ces traces.
Major, take a look at those tracks.
Metal bands, like a farmer's wagon. Doesn't seem that would be too unusual around here.
Except that someone went to the trouble to try to brush those away.
Inspector, will you ask him if there's an electrical outlet around?
He says that there is an outlet about 30 meters down. He uses it for an irrigation pump.
I'm going to take a look.
Now ask him if he has a DC generator.
What have you got?
Not sure. Looks like a piece of carbon from an arc light.
He owns a small portable generator, but he does not think that it is working.
I found this near the electrical outlet over there.
You are thinking the same thing we are.
To me, it has all the appearance of a fake.
Suppose we talk to the brother.
I think that's a good idea.
Harry, keep checking. Let's see what else we can come up with.
Yes, sir.
Tu dois travailler avec le sergent?
Oui, mon commandant.
Yeah.
Inspector, we'd like to know a little bit more about the two brothers.
I can tell that you are somewhat suspicious in this matter.
It's the nature of this business.
And you concur?
Totally agree.
The older brother and I, we have been friends for many years. I don't believe that he would lie.
We're not ready to say that.
I understand. But if you do, you will let me tell him, please?
Of course.
A fake. Why? He loves his brother.
Mais est-ce que son frère l'aime? I asked him if his brother loves him. Of course. But in my opinion, the whole thing is a fake. It is, as you say, a hoax. The younger brother is trying to prove something to the older brother.
Maybe.
They're both farmers. Either one of them could have repaired that generator.
And they could always find an arc light someplace.
You know something? You and I work with the same principles. Examine and re-examine, take nothing for granted. Until you find the truth. I like that.
Is there any other way?
You know something? I am going to suggest that Dubois and I will check the nearest theatrical rental company.
That's a good idea. Let's do that if you don't mind.
De quoi s'agit-il?
Nous allons voir au magasin de costumes.
Oui, bonne idée. Oui.
One thing's still not clear in my mind.
What is that?
In your opinion, you say one brother's trying to prove something to the other.
That is correct.
You know them that well? I mean, you done a background check on them?
Monsieur, we have done nothing. To me, it is quite simple.
Oh, how's that?
If you take a good look, at the older brother's wife,
Mrs. Tanner?
There's no more reason for me to be here. I'm going back to Paris to be with my family.
Why are you leaving, ma'am?
I no longer care for what Mr. Tanner has to say.
What did he say to you?
I believe it is his opinion that John and I made up this whole story just to hurt him.
Did he tell you that? In those words?
No. But I feel it. I know how he thinks about John because John believes in such things.
Such things as what, ma'am?
Space machines, people from other stars.
A great many people believe in those things.
Well, Mr. Tanner does not. And I know he thinks that John and I lied about what we saw. Is that what you think also?
No, Mrs. Tanner, that's not what we believe. And we'd like for you to stay here until after we complete our investigation. Will you do that?
Mr. Gatlin, I have told you everything. It was the truth. You must believe that. We could not make up such a story.
All right, Mrs. Tanner. Will you stay?
Yes, all right. I will stay.
Il y a 20 ans que je connais les frères Renault.
He says, excuse me, he says that he has known the brothers Renault for 20 years.
Oui, c'est comment?
Oui,
c'est tout ce qu'il y a de plus sincère, de plus honnête dans le pays, dans le Loiret. Il n'y a pas de gens comme eux, c'est parfait.
There are no more honest men in the whole Loiret province.
What about the younger brother?
Que pensez-vous d'Henri?
C'est un homme très fin, vous savez, qui court les femmes un peu gentiment, vous savez.
He is a very smart man, but he has an eye for the women.
Ask him if he saw or heard anything 3 nights ago.
Grand-père, est-ce que vous avez vu ou entendu quelque chose d'étrange il y a 3 nuits?
Non. Monsieur l'inspecteur, que je disais non, je n'ai rien entendu d'étrange. Il y a 3 nuits, je n'ai rien Oui, c'est ça, oui. Il y a 2 jours, pendant la nuit, justement, pendant la nuit, j'ai entendu du bruit. C'était un bruit, c'était formidable, très fort.
3 nights ago, he saw nothing, but 2 nights ago, he did.
Oui, il faut que vous sachiez que je me couche très tôt. Je me couche très tôt. Et c'est ce bruit-là qui m'a réveillé. C'était épouvantable.
He goes to sleep very early, but 2 nights ago, he was awakened by a very loud noise.
Au secours! Ne laissez pas m'emmener!
He heard Henri's voice shouting, help me, don't let them take me. Avez-vous vu cette nuit-là le frère aîné Claude?
C'est lui qui partait pour le marché en voiture avant qu'il fasse nuit. Non. Pendant la nuit, je n'ai pas vu Claude.
He did not see Claude that night, but he had seen him earlier driving off to the market.
Cette nuit-là, je l'ai vu qui embrassait le diable.
He saw her kiss the devil that night.
Vous ne m'auriez jamais trouvé si elle n'avait pas tout fait rater en vous disant où j'étais.
He says we never would have found him if she had not weakened and told us.
Moi, je croyais qu'elle m'aimait.
And all along he thought she loved him. And so it all comes to this. Henri went to the city of Rouen. There he rented an arc light, the material to change the color, and the tape recorder to create the sound of the machine taking off.
Where'd you get the sound? What'd you use?
He bought a recording of a jet aeroplane. He recorded that on a tape recorder, and he played it backwards.
Ingenuity.
And so it went. First, with the help of his brother's wife, they repaired the broken generator. And they hid it some distance away from the farmhouse so the brother Claude could not see or hear it. Then they hid the wagon out in the woods. Then they unloaded the arc light and the gelatin material to change the color of the lights. Then the both of them, they attempted to wipe away the impressions made by the wagon wheels without much success, as we know. Then they unloaded the tape recorder. Next, the ballet ties. They were originally beige, but Madame Renault here, she dyed them red, and Henri slipped them on. And the ruse was ready to rehearse before the part was played out. The rehearsal. And we have confirmation on that from the old man who lives next door to Henri and Claude. All that remained was to wait until the next night to play the performance for Claude.
And we probably know why, but I'd like to hear him say it.
Oh, he has already admitted everything. He thought that if he could convince everyone that he was taken away in a space machine, he and Madame Renault here could run off and live happily ever after.
She'd just run off and leave Claude, is that it?
That was the plan. But they made the eternal mistake. They broke the 10th commandment. Inspecteur Marchand ici. Hein? Où ça, s'il vous plaît? L'endroit. Et votre nom? D'accord, très bien, j'arrive. We have another report on a sighting.
Busy today, isn't it?
This sighting took place 3 days ago. The individual has just now decided to come forward.
Inspecteur, quand est-ce que mon frère veut me voir?
Quand tu seras marié, pas avant. He wanted to know when his brother wished to see him.
What did you tell him?
When he gets married, not before. Raoul?
Vous êtes l'inspecteur Marchand?
Oui, et vous êtes Monsieur Vernou qui a téléphoné?
Oui, merci d'être venu.
Alors, ces deux messieurs ici sont américains. Leur but est d'enquêter sur les ovnis. Mais ils ne parlent pas français, donc je suis obligé de traduire, vous comprenez?
Oui, inspecteur.
His name is Émile Vernou. What do you want to ask him?
Why did he want us to come out here?
Pourquoi nous demander de venir ici?
Parce que je voulais que vous voyiez l'endroit précis où je l'ai vu.
Because he wanted us to see the exact place where it occurred.
What was he doing the night of the incident? And how many passengers did he have?
Dites-nous, s'il vous plaît, Monsieur Vernou, exactement ce que vous faisiez au moment de l'incident. Et combien de passagers transportiez-vous?
J'ai retourné à la station de car à la fin de mon trajet. Il n'y avait plus personne à bord.
He was returning to the depot after his run, and there were no passengers aboard.
Did you ask him to tell us exactly what he saw?
Dites-nous, s'il vous plaît, exactement ce que vous avez vu.
J'ai quitté Château Blair pour aller à Chartres.
He had just left Chateau Blair on his way to Chartres.
J'allais au garage pour garer le bus pour la nuit.
He was going to the garage to check in his bus for the night. The road was very dark, but then he glanced into his rearview mirror and he noticed that the road was very strangely lighted. First he saw the big space machine. Then he saw the creature dressed in red. Then he saw Henri Renault. In the space machine. Monsieur Tanner walked out of the machine and moved toward Henri. Then John Tanner indicated to Henri that he should go with him into the space machine. The men walked toward the machine and went inside. The bus driver does not speak any English, so let me say at this point, he is trying to help Henri because he is his best friend. You must understand that people in these provinces are very close to each other, and sometimes they tell a small lie. But one thing is certain. We know he doesn't tell the truth about Henri. But what of Monsieur Tanner?
Je n'avais jamais vu une chose pareille. Jamais de ma vie. Même si je vis jusqu'à l'âge de 100 ans, je n'oublierai jamais cette nuit-là.
He says he never saw anything like that in his life, and if he lives to be 100, he will never forget that night. Now we are where, gentlemen?
We know he's half wrong. We know where Henry is, don't we?
Yes, but Monsieur Tanner, where is he?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
We have located John Tanner.
Where?
Dubois and I were attempting to analyze the situation. If Madame and Monsieur John Tanner were in Brébeuf, and if they were there for the reason of celebrating their wedding anniversary, there would only be one place they would be going to.
Where's that?
The church in which they were married. The church of Saint-François in Brébeuf.
Good thinking. Is that where Tanner is?
Indeed. But it is not that simple. True, John Tanner is in the church, but you cannot see him.
How's that?
The priest has given him sanctuary.
Hello? Il est toujours là, commandant.
Tout va bien?
Oui, oui.
You know, I think it is best if you two talk to the priest.
I agree. You tried without success. This father speaks English. Perhaps he will talk to you.
Yes?
Father, this is Sergeant Harry Fitz. I'm Major Jake Gatlin, United States Air Force.
And you are here about this unidentified flying object business. And you would like to speak to young John Tanner?
That's right, Father.
John Tanner is a very troubled man. He has asked for and been given sanctuary in this house of God.
We understand.
What you may not know is, under canon law, you cannot enter for the purpose of removing young Tanner from this holy place.
That's not our intent, Father. We just want to talk to him.
Oh, well, that is entirely up to him.
He has a wife that's very concerned about his well-being. She doesn't know he's here.
That's all right, Father. I'll see them.
Very well. You may enter.
This was the only place that I could come to.
This is Harry Fitz. My name's Gatlin.
Yes, I heard. You're with the Air Force. How is Michelle? Is she all right?
Yes, sir, she's fine. But she's worried about you.
I love her. I love her very much.
Why don't you come along with us, and you and your wife can tell us exactly what happened that night.
No, I won't do that.
It'd help clear up a great many things.
Not really.
All right. That's as far as we can take it.
But you have talked with Michelle.
We have.
Then believe her as you would me. We saw that machine. She only ran because she was afraid. She shouldn't have been. Please tell her that I'm safe now.
All right. We'll do that.
He is troubled, but he will be fine. You know, in this highly complicated world we find ourselves living in, every so often, a man reaches out. He reaches out and is touched. The touch may be as gentle as a butterfly's wing, but he is touched. Make no mistake. And he cannot comprehend why it was he who was selected. And he becomes troubled and puzzled at one and the same time. But he thinks about it for a while, a good long while. He wonders why he was not permitted to return that touch, to be grateful. But suddenly it all becomes very clear. There is nothing to return, nothing to give back. It was, after all, a gift.